Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk to you about a CSS feature that I've been avoiding for way too long. But it's so powerful that I should actually start looking into it. It's container queries, which is basically like media queries, but instead of looking at the viewport and setting breakpoints based on that entire viewport, we're now going to define our own container and then set boundaries and breakpoints based on that container. So I haven't looked into it too much, so this is just going to be an introduction, but I thought I might share what I've learned so far and the use case that I've been using it at the moment. So I've got this Tailwind CSS playground here, and as you can see, it's structured in a way that we have a main navigation on the left hand side with a few items here, and then in the main shell we've got another navigation on the top and a right aligned search bar or a search input. And as you can see, I've got this side here, which is our main navigation. And then we've got this main block on the right hand side with its navigation inside of it. And in here, if you have a look, you can see that I've set up the search input in a way that on smaller screens we don't see the input itself but just the icon, and only if it's getting larger like we will see the input. The reason why I'm doing that is if this gets smaller, I don't want it to clash with the links, which makes sense, right? But I've added another thing here as well, which is if I've got this checkbox set up, and when I click on this, I want the entire main navigation on the side to disappear. So when I click here, the navigation disappeared. But right now, I'm facing a problem because now this navigation disappeared. And if I make this smaller, you will notice, even though I have plenty of space, this thing already disappears, the search box. And that is because we're looking at the viewport and 767 pixels and it's gone. But actually we've got like plenty of space here, right? So this is what I'm like, if you have a look, I would say like 540 pixels or something, and we can basically do that. And that's where container queries come in, because we want to actually only look at this size or this width here and react or set our breakpoints based on that. So how do we do that? Tailwind CSS has this container queries plugin, which we first need to install. And you have to install this by like running in npm install. But since we are on the playground, I think the installation is already done. So I'm just going to put this into my configs, right? And then if we scroll further down, you will see they're saying already, like, start by marking this element or marking an element as a container using this container class. And then we can basically apply our breakpoints. And these breakpoints become a container breakpoint using this @ symbol in front. So you can, for example, see here we don't have this @ symbol, but once we mark our main navigation here, which we want to be the container for us, we can change this to be a container query. So you can see this produced a container query, and we've set this to 28 rem, and we will see that now, based on the space we have, we suddenly have like our search box showing up, and it's like far beyond the 767 pixels that we had initially, which is really awesome, right? So if I make this smaller, like you can see, I can go a lot further, like 500 pixels, which is amazing. And that's only possible like now. For example, if I now open up the sidebar, this thing disappears already. because it's way too small. And you can see if it's way too small, it's like fitting, like it's causing problems, but the input itself is behaving as we wanted it. So to recap, what I've done is I've made sure that this navigation is our container. That's where we want to look at our breakpoints. And then I've set this input, look at the container, and if that's larger than 28 rem, only then show our input. This is now not looking at our viewport size anymore, but at our container. There's actually a few more things that you can do with container queries. Like you can give them a name by using this slash and then name, but you can also do arbitrary container sizes like 17.5 rem. Actually, if we go into our code, we could do something like, what did we say, like 540 pixels. And then we will probably get a bit closer to the space, or we can probably even go smaller, like 480. And yeah, this looks better, right? Like this is now a lot closer to what we need. And there are a few more things, but I just wanted to give you a quick intro and show you the use case that I had. But if you have played around with it already and you've had more use cases, leave them in the comment section. I'm really excited and interested to see yours. But other than that, this is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.